I'm Curtis Fleming, host of Fly Rod Chronicles. We're out here in Casper, Wyoming. We're with Blake Jackson with Crazy Rainbow. Brought my family out here. It's not just about fishing. We're out here, we're gonna be hiking, we're gonna be biking. Well, they're gonna be hiking, they're gonna be biking.
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat, baby. Nice.
If you'll hold that, we'll push right at him.
Oh man. Yeah, we gotta get a photo of this guy. There's a lot of great fishing here in Casper, but we're gonna enjoy a lot more than that, so stick around.
Traveling the world, fishing, enjoying the great outdoors. Those are things that would have seemed impossible to me when I was a kid growing up in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm a lucky man, and I never want to forget it, and I'm hoping that sharing my experiences with folks will inspire them to do the same. I'm Curtis Fleming, and these are my Fly Rod Chronicles.
You know, shooting a fly fishing show, it becomes complicated the more players that you have involved in it. Shooting a family show can be hard, but you know what? My girls, they just roll with it. And it's been pretty cool to be able to have them out here in Casper, Wyoming.
We've been looking forward to coming to Wyoming for weeks now, getting the girls together and Curtis and everyone.
Coming out west is one of my favorite places to be, and now that I'm out here, I do not want to go home. It is so beautiful, the mountain air, everything about it.
I don't fly fish all the time, but one thing I like about it is that it brings our family closer together, and coming out to Casper, Wyoming to do it is just a great place to family bond and fish at the same time.
Well, from the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we'd like to deliver on the promise of what Wyoming and what Casper and what Natrona County has to offer people who want to have a truly Wyoming experience. And I believe that when people are coming to Wyoming, what they want to experience is the great outdoors, great natural environment. And when you come to Casper, you can get all that. There's opportunities all around to where you can see extraordinary wildlife. You'll be able to experience great outdoor activities and just really be able to see the kinds of vistas and beauty that is only found really here in Wyoming.
We got to go mountain biking on Saturday morning, and I am not used to that altitude, not used to pushing my body that hard, but wow, when we got to the top, there's nothing like it. I mean, I've been to Colorado and Oregon, and there's nothing quite like being on top of Casper Mountain.
Mountain biking was incredible. Shooting the pheasants yesterday was incredible experience, shooting the skeet.
You know, the one thing I really enjoyed about this trip, you know, I love to fish, and I was able to go out and go fishing, and I never felt guilty. The girls had all kinds of activities to do, so I got to keep fishing.
We were voted the #1 trout destination in the world in '04, and then it's kind of just kept up that status since. So we're a unique fishery in the chance to catch good numbers of fish, beautiful fish, as well as the chance for a true fish of a lifetime. It's a real fun fishery. We're blessed there. Yep.
There we go. Yeah. And now he just figured out he's hooked.
You gain on him a hair, Curtis. I'm moving at you here.
Man, he's just bulldogging us.
He is.
He's
Staying down
looking
and deep.
He's looking for something
If you'll, crank a bit.
to attach himself. Absolutely crazy.
Coming at you again.
Oh man, wait till you see the gill plate on
Crank
this thing.
again.
Yep, he's right here. He's going to the weeds. There he goes. Look at this fish. Look how gorgeous. Get up, fella. Get up. Oh, not under there.
You're all right. You're all right. Nice even lift.
Attaboy. Thank God you got 20-foot arms. Woo! Nice, man. Wow, what a gill plate. This is gorgeous.
Pretty, isn't he? This is a cut bow, so we got quite a few cut bow, cutthroat rainbow crosses in this fishery.
Right, right.
This is a pretty prime example of one.
Yeah.
They get real cheek, rosy cheek pads on them. They're a beautiful fish.
Nice. Cut bow. in Casper, Wyoming. Doing a little fish rodeo out here, huh? Thank you, brother. Nice, man. Nice. Blake, I'd love to have my girls to experience this.
Yeah, it's a treat, isn't it?
It's absolutely amazing. Nice.
Yeah, we can make that work.
Nice.
Hey, there's a lot more going on in Fly Rod Chronicles behind the scene. If you want to check it out, join us on Facebook or Twitter.
This segment is brought to you by TU's Veterans Service Partnership.
You know, out here on the North Platte, it is trout bomb haven. You know, we picked the Ugly Bug. Ugly Bug is just an incredible group of guys.
I think there's a big distinction between guides that this is their profession and this is a job. And you'll notice most of our guides on staff, this is their profession. This is what they do for a full-time living. They're serious about it. They want you to have a great experience, and they want you to come back and see us again. So I think, you know, to be honest, a guy like me, it makes my job pretty easy when they bring so many people back, and they make people so happy, and they have great fishing and good stories. They're a lot of fun to hang out with.
You know, out here at Ugly Bug, they also have an ugly mug, and that's Jesse. Jesse sometimes can be the rodeo clown, but I'll tell you what, he's got one of the biggest hearts that I've ever fished with.
I kind of think the difference with us is it's not what we do, it's who we are. And the fun thing is during the winter time when we do have a little time down, we're still out there in the drift boats, all the guides catching fish, and it really is a big part of our lives here.
It was so cool for my daughter Lakin to take a couple days off from college and come out here in Casper and hang out with Jesse and let those two personalities mesh.
I'm Lakin.
Jesse, nice to meet you, Lakin. You are
My wife Shelly.
Shelly. I'm
Jesse.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay though. It gets better. Well, probably doesn't, but you know.
My
Autumn, nice to
Autumn.
meet you.
Yeah.
So here's going to be my casting stroke. See, just right up. But now I'm going to show you that hook set. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you see the difference?
Yeah.
You do?
No.
No? Good, because there isn't one. So we're doing what we call the Texas two-step, which is mean you're 2 steps behind that fish. Just. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. It's kind of like what was that jathersizing in the boat, you know? But really, it's just a straight up. Oh, and then if we miss it, which we won't tell your father about, but if we miss it, it's just like, oh, there it is, boom. Oh, right back in. There you go. Oh no, there's another one. Okay, right back in.
Okay, no jazzercise.
No jathersizing.
Okay.
But now that we've got that all worked out and that beautiful cast and all that good stuff, I want you to bring it in.
Bring it in.
And hand it back to me because I'm going to change your weight again, and then we're going to row down to the,
All right,
next
I'll try
level
and
round.
remember the difference between the two.
But I mean, at this point, I never thought I'd say it, but I go other places, and I can't wait to get back to Wyoming. You know, I think a lot of it is just the country's so different, and it didn't feel like home at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now after having been here, I mean, the people are amazing here. Yeah. You thought you knew what nice was until you came to Casper, Wyoming. Good job, Lakin. Okay, and you go ahead and just let him get him up on the reel. So if he's running at you, strip and reel in a little bit, strip and reel in a little bit, strip, 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 fast, fast, fast. There you go. Okay, now he's gonna run away again, let him take. There you go, and let him take that line, let him take that line. Nicely done. Hey, can we text one of these to Curtis just to show him? 'Cause I want him to see what a fish looks like today. If we could do that. You got Wi-Fi out here?
We have Wi-Fi out here.
There you go, and we're gonna keep that tip up. Excellent job, Lakin. There you go.
Oh, he's going under.
Okay, that's okay. We can dance with him. Here we go. There we go. Now, if he runs over towards the front of the boat, just swing your body all the way around, but I think we got him juked for a minute.
Oh, he's pretty.
Just steady, even pressure. There you go. And we'll get him one more time. Now next time we get that nose up lift, we're gonna try and get just his nose and gill plate out of the water.
Yeah.
These trout really fight with their heads, so. There he is.
Cool.
Nice fish. Nice, nice fish. Good set on him, right inside the mouth. It doesn't get any better than that. All right. Nice job,
So
dude.
awesome, thank you.
And that's us. There's flat fishing right there.
That's awesome.
I'm more impressed about the fact that Lakin told me you had a perm up until 1995. That's pretty strong, keeping it rolling like that. That's good. Don't quit on a style, man. Oh yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
Closed captioning is provided to you by Buff, the original multifunctional headwear.
You know, as a father, to be able to float down a river out in the west, a river like the North Platte, and to be out here in Casper, Wyoming, and just see those girls developing into young ladies, but acting like kids, being in a drift boat, I can't tell you how proud it made me feel as a father.
We've been looking forward to coming to Wyoming for weeks now, getting the girls together and Curtis and everyone. We've laughed and had such incredible adventures in Wyoming, and fishing was by far one of the most incredible experiences we've ever had.
You know, Shelly's the one that always takes one for the team. So, you know, we put out the cameras with the girls. Cameras cannot be everywhere.
I caught more fish than I ever have caught in my entire life. Beautiful fish.
You know, Ty, not only is he a great artist, not only is he a great person, he's an incredible guide. You know, Ty knows this water. Ty's out there every day, and he put Shelly in the line to catch fish.
Ty was incredible, informative, was easy to correct me.
You know, it's easy for a veteran like myself to kind of figure out some of those old guide tricks. And I could see sometimes when Shelly would get frustrated and she'd make that bad cast, he'd always be positive and he'd say, good cast. And I don't want you to just see him rowing real quick. He'd make up the slack, he'd put her in position, and it was fish on. And that's hats off to a really good guide like Ty.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time on the water. We get a lot of people here on this river that haven't done a lot of fly fishing. A lot of people come in pretty intimidated. Like Shelly, you know, she brought a blanket and a book because she didn't think she was going to have, you know, success doing it. And we work with enough inexperienced anglers, and these fish are so willing to eat and take a fly that it's pretty easy to get new people on fish right away. You know, we walk them through kind of the basic steps. You're not doing anything terribly technical here. It's pretty much all nymphing. So, you know, you just kind of show them the basics and then work with them throughout the day. You know, you might spot something right away, like their elbow coming out too far when they're casting. You just kind of coach them through that, and then usually, you know, even before lunch, you know, they kind of got everything dialed in, and you just kind of work with them throughout the day. And like Shelly had great success, and she was a good listener, and Curtis kept his mouth shut, so it worked out.
Ty crushed it today on the water, brother.
Good job, man.
Yep, knocked it out too.
Well, I got a little something here for you. Here's your brook fly box, your cliff box.
Oh man.
Curtis wanted a box, and I do this all the time for clients that come out. You know, they see my artwork sitting in my boat or in another guide's boat or hanging in our fly shop, and they're like, dude, that's pretty cool. Can you do one for me? So a lot of times I just go home at night, you know, draw one out for him and bring it back to him the next day. And I was happy to do one for Curtis. It's really cool, everything that he does with his fly show. And yeah, so kind of took stuff that was near and dear to him, like the brook trout in West Virginia and Fly Rod Chronicles, and just threw it on a box for him and did it one night at the lodge and sealed it up and gave it to him. So,
man, I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man.
Thank you, Ty.
Had a fun time. It was good.
That's so cool.
Did you have a good time?
much better today. I'll tell you what, you know, I mean, the scenery improved, the company improved, quality of angler improved. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than this. Can we just send her out next time?
Yes, we can.
You guys want to do this interview with comments? I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, you go on ahead, Kurt. Yeah, let's get those boats rolled up, and we're just gonna go. We're gonna go back to the lodge, have a drink.
Yeah.
Come back for more Fly Rod Chronicles in Casper, Wyoming.
I've gotta get there one way or another. I'm a fishing bum.
So the reason why people should be coming here to Casper for their vacation is because of the number of things that you can do, not only here in the city, but also up on the mountain and out on the river. You can come here, you can go to museums, you can go shopping in the downtown area. We got some really fantastic restaurants, but literally within 15 minutes, you can be up on the mountain, you can be mountain biking, you can be Nordic skiing, you can be snowshoeing, you can be hiking, you can be birding. There's all those activities that are up there. And then of course, there's all these opportunities for people to go fishing. So if you come here with your family, if they're not into fishing, they can come here and they can do all these indoor activities and the mountain activities while you're out fishing. And that's just really the great thing about Casper, is that you can have the city life and you can have the Wyoming life all within moments of each other.
You know, I came out here to experience the fly fishing on the North Platte River. My girls, you know, they wanted to do some excursions. They wanted to get out. You know why they're out there doing their thing? Of course, I had to hit the river with Blake.
The fisheries here in Casper, in the river as a whole, it's becoming a bigger and bigger part of Casper. I think people are using the river system more. There's improved trails and hiking and pathways. And one of the newer things they're doing, or have been doing, but we're going through a huge project right now in the Morad Park area.
It's Westervelt Ecological Services. Time for conservation.
So the Platte River Revival is very important to us here in Casper and Natrona County, because what we're working on is we're bringing our natural resources back to a level that they were 50 to 100 to 150 years ago. And by the support of a lot of agencies within the state of Wyoming, we have been able to work towards making this river come back to a life that it was once upon a time.
They're doing some reclamation as well as some improvement on some of the riprap and adding some structure back to the river that was removed years ago, and just overall improving habitat and kind of the experience for the people of Casper. So
what that means for us here in Casper especially is that the river is going to become more accessible for people to enjoy it, and that includes a lot of really good fishing, to where you're going to have blue ribbon waters while we have them now all the way through Casper. They're just going to be that much better when we're done with all these products, because we'll have better spawning, better growing opportunities, better feeding opportunities for all the fish. In addition to that, the recreation opportunities on the water are just going to grow even more. That's why this is so important to us here in Casper and in Natrona County.
It's a unique time to be in Casper, and really unique to see how the river and the fishery through the town of Casper is changing due to the Platte River Revival, and obviously the people that are donating to that nonprofit, and the people of Casper that have been so diligent in helping and volunteering. It's been a great project.
You know, the North Platte River is just an incredible fishery. You know, it's a tailwater, and that means that you can fish this type of water 365 days a year. You know, the North Platte River, it's got unbelievable sections to fish in it, and some really famous ones like the Gray Reef, Miracle Mile. You can go out to Fremont Canyon, or if you just want to hang out in town and do a little urban fishing, it's got that as well.
Nice. Nice. Come on, baby. Come up out there. Right there, baby. Yeah.
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat, baby.
If you'll hold that, we'll push right at him.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got to get a photo of this guy. Oh, yeah.
That was a beautiful fish. So it's a fine spot Snake River cutthroat species. So we have multiple cutthroat species here in the great state of Wyoming, but that's the primary one here in on the North Platte drainage. at least on the Miracle Mile and the Gray Reef stretch. So we get some very large cutthroat, and that was definitely one of those in the cutthroat realm. That's a very good fish. It's an 18, 19-inch fish, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty cutty.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah. But let's turn him back to the Miracle Mile. And
It's time for Trout Unlimited's Release of the Week.
Thanks, buddy.
yeah. You know, if you're out there and you're a fly fisherman and you're thinking, I want to go on a trip and I want to experience the varieties, the different types of waters, the different types of fishing, this is a place out here in Casper, Wyoming.
Awesome fish.
Each
Good
week
job.
we got to try to outdo the last show, you know, and this is going to be hard.
Yeah, I
But,
appreciate that.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you much.
So come back to Fly Rod Chronicles and next week.
I'm just a fishing bum. If I don't have the gas, then I stick out my thumb. I've gotta get there one way or another.